Hey guys, back with another video, and today what we're talking about is the hat people. Why are we not allowed to say their name? Because our videos will get blocked. I don't know why not we're not saying the name, but I'll just make the person over here. We're talking about these people. So I'm just not trying to verbally say it if the algorithm catches it, whatever. Anyways, so let's watch the first video.
You may not know this, but the Jews actually have their own land called Birobidzhan, located on the Trans-Siberian Railway, near the China-Russia border. It is the country from which the majority of the Jews in Palestine today came, and who do not have any origins there, because they converted to Judaism in the 9th century AD.
Shalom! Hi! This is Luke Jones the other way from, no, not Israel, Birobidzhan, capital of the Jewish Autonomous Region in Eastern Russia. What am I doing here? What's a Jewish region doing in Eastern Russia? And why am I on top of a horse? Well, these were the first settlers in the 1930s who came here. Stick with us, you're going to find out all about it. If you're thinking to yourself, what's that all about? Well, yeah, good question. This place is actually older than the state of Israel. It was formed back in the 1930s. It was Stalin's answer to all those pesky Jews in European Russia. What do I do with them? Well, okay, let's send them out east and see how they get on. Now, like most Soviet experiments, it failed miserably, but we'll delve into that a little bit more. But let's go and have a look around, because Birobidzhan nowadays is actually quite a pleasant place.
Ефраим, вот здрасте, спасибо, что вы нашли время с нами пообщаться. Расскажите, вы родом из Биробиджана?
Не, я родом из Харькова, вот, из другого города. Здесь я относительно недавно, где-то с августа прошлого года.
Ой, как вам нравится здесь? Чувствуете, как дома?
Я как еврей, конечно, ощущаю себя хорошо среди других евреев, и когда можно с гордостью говорить о том, что ты еврей. Тот факт, что здесь, скажем так, само место даже называется еврейским, это, безусловно, добавляет комфортности, да, в пребывании.
So why would they want to move if they already had a place, right? And what is the reason they would move there? And it all comes down, it boils down to this one spot that I've talked about. It's called the Dome of the Rock, Masjid Al-Aqsa. I've made a video on it, so I'll put a link so you can watch what it's all about. But there's a reason they all have moved there, right? And this is what they're trying to change history. I don't know what's the goal, because I haven't. There's a lot of secrets in the Jewish religion, and there's this something called the Talmud, and a lot of weird things are popping up now, and to their convenience, the Jew people who are saying the Israel has nothing to do with us, it doesn't represent our values and the Hebrew people's values and all that. That's very convenient at a time where you want to detach yourself for like past 50 years you were quiet, and now all of a sudden you're like, no, we don't, our religion is not represented by these Zionist people. But these people are benefiting from that. They have been for a very long time. So that's a bit, if you truly believe that, then you should expose what they're trying to do. The responsibility falls on you to know what they're doing, why they're doing, and at least tell the people and spread awareness. So, or try to stop it. But it's just like, they go like, oh, Israel has nothing to do with us. Zionism, we're not about that. We're just normal Jew people. So that started happening, which I go like, yeah, that's very convenient. All of a sudden that you want to cut ties with Israel and whatever the movement was. and yet you don't tell us about anything, any plan.
And you know what else, Jim? I just want to say this to our Christian friends, you know, just to call it as it is and say it straight out, you know, you guys are worshiping one Jew. That's a mistake. You should be worshiping every single one of us, because we all die for your sins every single day. And that's exactly what's going on here.
Yeah.
We're all God's firstborn, and we're dying for your sins right now because the Jewish people in the land of Israel are the bulwark against the orcs. Okay?
Yeah, sure, okay.
I heard of Goyim before. Have you heard of Goyim? What does Goyim mean? Non-Jew. What else does it mean? Look up Goyim.
You mean human cattle,
right? Because we're gonna look at the definition. Because that's what y'all call us. Why would y'all have a name for a non-Jew? Why would y'all call us Goyim? Why not? Hold on. Why not call them by their nationality? Why you had to refer to them as Goyim? What? Why? What is the point of that? Is there a term for non-Ethiopians? Is there a term for non-Africans? No, but why do... No, it's a condescending term that y'all use against people. It is condescending. That is true. Y'all feel like y'all can mistreat Goyim. Y'all can deceive us and not have to respect us.
Collections.ushmm.org. It's called the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum, right? It is written in the Talmud, only the Jew is human. Non-Jews are not called human. They are seen as animals, and because we Jews consider non-Jews to be animals, we refer to them only as goy.
So yeah, the mentality is starting to come out, right? You're supposed to be, we're finding out about these things. If the Jews who says they don't have any ties, they're wearing the hat, they have the curly hair, they're wearing the coat, the attire is there, all of a sudden they just disassociate themselves with Israel, and they don't tell you any of the things that the mentality is towards the people and their goals and what they think about you. They just don't tell you that. It's very convenient for them to just disassociate themselves. That's, yeah.
Now that the Christians have been slaughtered and there's a bunch of vacant homes and open land, the Jews, of course, have come pouring into Ukraine. As members of this audience should probably know by now, I know you know, that's their actual ancestral homeland. Ukraine in Khazaria. And these Jews aren't Semites at all. They're Khazars. Just a friendly reminder. And now that they have begun returning to their ancestral homeland, with thousands of them flying in from Israel to begin staking claims, now they've even started up their own police forces. Like those tunnel Jews. They're setting up checkpoints along the road leading into their new territories, these little Khazarian Israeli outposts. And if you're not a Jew, if you're not part of their satanic tribe, they won't let you pass. They'll even kill you. Seriously.
For some reason, all these cars are stopped, and there's soldiers, cops. They asked me if I was a Christian. I have no idea what's happening.
Maybe you're right.
This passport. Passport, okay. Only Jews are allowed in this area. Okay. What the hell
so,
is
you know,
about?
there's something in that video that everybody needs to take note of and watch very carefully. Because those Jews in Ukraine...
His name is Stu Peters, and I've been following him, and I think there's a awakening now that America is realizing the truth about the Jews and how the Jews played them. But I want to say to America too, and the white people who benefited from this. Like all of a sudden, it's very convenient for you guys to disassociate yourself with the people that you did their dirty work for. Like, I thought it was about USA and like, you know, whatever things USA was proud of, right? They were fighting terrorists and all that. Either you guys are very dumb, the IQ level the IQ level is very low, that like you were believing that. Either I blame it to that, or there's something that you guys need to address, that hey, how did we become so hateful towards a certain religion? All of a sudden now I'm seeing videos pop up that the Jews don't even like the Jesus, and what they think about Jesus. At least Muslims acknowledge Jesus and they like Jesus, and now they're turning. So all of a sudden that's very convenient for the whiteys now. And this is what humanity is, man. Like, I don't want to be caught up in this game. I'm just making this video so you're aware of who's running the game, because this last video I'm about to show you is going to tell you what the game is, why the world is going towards wherever it's going.
It is finally happening, guys. Jerusalem has officially announced that they are building the third Solomon temple. If this happens, the prophecy of the second coming of Jesus has now officially begun. Now, this update was given to us by Israel Heritage Foundation, where they basically run all the religious operations. And now they've announced something so big that the entire world is now terrified to see what's going to be happening next.
That very soon we will all see the building of the third temple in Jerusalem.
The table of showbread is ready.
Oh my God.
Is ready. All of the golden pieces are ready. The third temple is ready.
Our job to bring and to build the third temple.
They're also planning to slaughter 5 red cows. That paves the way for the building of the third temple, replacing the Dome of the Rock.
The red heifers imported from Texas in 2022 are now 3 years old, which means they are ready for a purification ritual according to the Torah. This makes them eligible for the ceremony needed for the third temple preparation. But why the Jews are very silent about it? Well, actually, they're not silent. The leak information from the Temple Institute officials. The red heifer ceremony will take place in the Passover holiday 2025.
So it's going to happen in holiday of 2020.
So this is the reason all of this world global politics is happening. This is the reason we needed the war in the Middle East to destabilize things. Why are they doing it? What is their purpose? What are they going to get out of it? We're only going to find out, because I don't know what's going to happen. But to change the whole world's perspective and work so hard on just one place that you want to build a temple on, and you're willing to change the whole world's narrative, the entire narrative. Like, this has been the biggest mission ever, I feel. Like, this is nothing like, I don't know, probably something like this has happened in history, but in our lifetime, this has been the biggest mission ever in these past 3 generations or 4 generations, whatever that was. And it just seems too crazy to be true that all this destabilization, collection of wealth and power, and controlling America in whatever way they wanted to, so they can fund Israel, and they did the genocide and kicking ethnic cleansing and all of this for this temple. What is in this temple? What are they trying to do? What is the point? My goal was to just bring your attention to this, that look what's happening in the world. Crazy things happen in the world. You don't want to be a part of it, right? And if you don't want to be a part of it, you have to leave the matrix. Otherwise, you're just caught in this mix, right? Like, as living in Pakistan, I suffered because all of the terrorism, crazy things that they did, and the America created the terrorists and to fight the Russians and blah, blah, blah. And now the terrorists are being used for other things, and now they're fake terrorists. Actually, a lot of people don't know this. They migrated Ukrainians, Muslim Ukrainians, to Afghanistan and the northern Pakistani regions, and created and made them the terrorists. Like, a lot of people don't know that. So they've created fake terrorists. All of this bull crap went on just for us to suffer for 20, 30 years. Now the truth is coming out that these hat people were behind it. And I didn't ask to be caught up in this mix, man. This is crazy. So if you don't want to be caught up in this mix, you want to leave Matrix or this system, whatever the system is, go in the description and click on the link so you don't have to be part of whatever war is going on. I don't want nothing to do with it. And here's the thing, if you're choosing the neutral side, if you decide that I will stay neutral, I'm not part of this, I will just stand there and watch, you're part of the problem. Because you are being counted in the people who are watching this happen, and therefore you're allowing this to happen. So you indirectly you are in those people who want all of this craziness to happen. Because if you're part of a place and you don't stop a thing, so you become the enabler, right? So if you don't want to be counted as, in your good conscience, counted as an enabler of these crazy things, go click on the link in the description, and you can sign up with us, and I'll tell you the plan.